What's going on, guys? Welcome to Everything Always. My name's Michael Bremen, aka Allfires. Now, it's fair to say that Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts has suffered a ton of delays, but it's really in no better shape than the rest of the Marvel slate, or really the rest of Hollywood throughout 2023 because of the actors and writers strike. Now, when they did a Thunderbolts presentation at D23 in the fall of 2022, they brought the entire cast out on stage, but they stopped short of talking about who the villain would be or introducing that actor. Throughout 2023, though, it was pretty well chronicled in the Hollywood trades that not only would it be Sentry that would be the villain in the Thunderbolts, but actor Steven Yeun was playing him, and in fact that culminated when Walking Dead creator Robert Kirkman confirmed that he was playing Sentry, and real recently an industry insider confirmed that his costume was going to be one of the most comic book accurate suits we've ever seen in the MCU. Well, today we've got a brand new rumor that seems to indicate the opposite. I'm going to talk about where this is coming from and what it really means for the film. I think there might be a couple of things going on here. We'll also touch on the leaked Daredevil vs. Echo promo that got dropped yesterday, well, via social media. We're breaking it all down. The latest rumor, though, that Sentry is going to be recast in the MCU for the Thunderbolts. But first, if you could grab the subscribe button. We do daily Marvel content at the channel, and that's all we do. Everything from official Easter egg breakdowns, trailers, and reviews to the occasional industry insider report and everything in between. So if that sort of thing's for you, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. That will automatically enter you to win our ongoing PS5 giveaway. We just announced a winner days ago, and we have a brand new winner coming up for Echo when it drops on Disney Plus in about a week. Again, all you got to do be a sub, leave a comment if you want, stick around to the end of the video. We get into all the giveaway stuff again there. Okay, so while some of you probably already started to see the headlines like this one here over on comicbookmovie.com, rumor Steven Yeun drops out of playing the Sentry in Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts movie, I too started to see this headline in a couple of places, but had to dig for a second to find out where it came from. This rumor originated over on Reddit, but not one of the Marvel subreddits, rather DCU Leaks. Now, this isn't the first time that DCU Leaks page has come up with some Marvel scoops. In fact, they did so real recently, but as I always tell you guys, when it comes to anonymous stuff that's on either Reddit or 4chan, you have to take it with the biggest grain of salt, so leave this in rumor mill territory. But what I will also say is that they've been right in the past, and this is a heck of a thing to float out there as an exclusive when none of the other trades are reporting it, something this poignant because we'll at least be able to put a check mark by whether this is right or wrong, and in a couple of months, especially if we hear that they're recasting the role. Now, this is what I will say. If there's truth to this and he is no longer playing Sentry in the MCU, I do not think immediately jumping to the conclusion that this was some sort of drama-filled motion by him, or there was animosity or something that he didn't like that made him leave the role. I think it's probably a lot more likely, and the reason I brought up the actors and writers strike during the prologue, is that there might just be complications of schedules where this film was supposed to actually start filming last year, might not actually make it to development now until 2025, and in fact, right now, at the beginning of the year, is when Marvel Studios is going to be addressing this and taking the iron to their schedule for the next, say, 2 years to figure out when all of these films are going to actually make it to shooting. I've always thought there was a good chance that one of the films from 2025 would be moved off after Captain America: Brave New World was moved to 2025. Considering Thunderbolts was always slated to come out late in the year, that would actually be a likely candidate, and it's possible that the new schedules for the way things are filming make it so that he just has a conflict and would prefer to focus on a different project. While we were in the middle of the writers and actors strike, I was quick to say that we would not see the real damage of this and the fallout until Q1 and Q2 of 2024, precisely where we're starting now. Not only with the bottom lines for these production studios that won't have anything coming out where they would have had finished productions and films and TV shows that would have finished last year if there wasn't a strike, but also for actors' schedules that were going to become infinitely complicated if they were signed on to do, say, more than 1 or 2 projects that's all going to shoot now at the same time instead of having shot last year and this year and the year after. You guys know sometimes they plan these things years in advance. So I think it most likely case, if there's any truth to this rumor at all, that he probably left more due to a scheduling conflict than anything else, and I would also say this may be the first but not the last we're going to hear of actors and shuffling for roles, because there's just not enough time to shoot all this stuff to get caught up, especially with a commitment like this to Marvel Studios. Speaking of which, for Marvel, they're off the hook because they never officially introduced Steven Yeun as Sentry in the first place. They certainly don't have to announce that he's left the role. If it's true, they can just go on to the recasting. But when Steven recently spoke about having this role, of course he didn't admit that he was Sentry, he referred to it as a mystery role. We all knew what he was talking about. He talked about how excited he was to do something like this and even referred to it as a bucket list thing, which makes me wonder what other kind of project would have taken precedence, and maybe it's just a timetable thing where Marvel isn't ready to commit to what they're doing with the production yet, and there's another project in front of him that he wants to go ahead and commit to instead. Not that he doesn't want to play Sentry, it's just that Marvel Studios can't line it up in time, and if there's part of me that wonders if that's the case, I need look no further than a project like Blade, where Mahershala Ali has basically been asking them to do this project since 2018, and they can't seem to even get the script done, let alone get the film released. Speaking of being released, some of you may have seen all over social media yesterday, I even had it up briefly at the channel but decided to take it down. The fight between Daredevil and Echo apparently leaked out. I don't know how in the world Marvel Studios allowed that promo for that fight to get put out via someone's cell phone first instead of them just posting it. I'm sure it was released as a promotional because it's not watermarked from anybody that would have had a pre-screener, but I also don't think they intended to have it out. That's why I decided to play nice and actually take it down at the channel. I just scratched my head as to what Marvel's doing here, and if they're trying to take a page out of Sony's book where they're doing viral marketing with quote-unquote leaks, that is not the way to do it. I've been pretty vocal here at the channel that I wish Marvel Studios would go back to misleading trailers and not revealing anything at all, because lately all they've done is sell out for the marketing for all of these projects. Look what they just did with the Marvels, where they crammed the X-Men in last minute to the last week of marketing and made it not so hidden in the Easter eggs that there would be an X-Men scene in the movie to make sure you go and saw it. That's what I sort of felt like this Daredevil versus Echo fight is. It's coming out and a week before Echo drops. I think Echo's dropping on the 9th or the 10th. Now all of a sudden a Daredevil fight is out there, and whether it was meant to be released as a promo but not the way it's been captured on the film, I just feel like Marvel Studios does not have to show this stuff. The people who are going to watch Marvel are going to watch Marvel. Don't give up some of the best moments, and I hope going forward they can find a way not to do that. That being said, there are a ton of great actors who could play Sentry, especially if they wanted to go back with something a little more typical of his comic book look and a huge burly guy with long blonde hair. Let me know who you got down in the comments. Who do you want to see play Sentry now in the Thunderbolts if the role is back open? Since I've been doing this video, I've seen a couple of industry insiders weigh in that they are trying to confirm this. If we get an update, I'll leave it as an edit in a top pinned comment, say in the next hour or two, if something should change and we should be able to confirm this one way or another, whether or not he's still in the role. Let me know all your thoughts down below, who you got for the recast. Quickly, let's get into the giveaway stuff before I let you go. All right, we are still giving away PlayStation 5s here at the channel. The next one is for Echo's drop in just about a week. All you got to do to be entered to win is hit the sub button, then leave a comment down below, and because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here, live with the comments shown on screen. I know the other day my editor left one out from the announcement during the Armor Wars video. We made sure to put it in the intro to the next video that was yesterday in the World War Hulk video. So if you missed the winner for the PlayStation for What If, it's in the intro to the World War Hulk video we posted yesterday. Because it's truly random, the more videos you comment on, the better chance you have of winning. All winners will be announced at the end of videos, the same way we're doing here. The best way to keep up with the content has always been to hit the notification bell with all notifications turned on. And as always, if you like today's video, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button. My name's Michael Bremen. You can find me in a couple of places. Instagram and Twitter at AmFires. You can also find me on Spotify, YouTube, Amazon, Apple, iTunes, wherever you listen to original music under the name AllFires. And while I sincerely appreciate you checking my music out, thanks for checking this channel out. Stick around. We'll be posting again real soon.